Pressed for time, ain't enough hours in the day though. So I just get high and lay low. The clock ticking, and every second's like a 2-minute warning. Tick, 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 tick. I didn't practice for this shit, I ain't prepared for it. Pressing forward, presence dormant. Flow off kilter, but shit, I'm still up on it. Right in the pocket where I need to be. I feel like Elway in 93. Tons of potential, I ain't got a ring. A lot of losses, fiending for a win. The underdog complex, it's either me or them. I'm about to drown in the sea I'm in. I got connected with the BPM like I don't even need a pen. I'd rather talk about the shit I feel. I give a fuck about opinions and who think it's real. For real, I never listen, man, where it get me. Out in California, driving in the Benz, counting hundreds and fifties. And that's progression at its fucking best. But they would rather see me struggling and stress, settling for less. Still in the basement doing shit for free, my nigga, please. That false reality, identity ain't made for me. Made some adjustments so that I could live more comfortably. Ain't fighting for no false beliefs when they would never fight for me. Jumped up off the fucking porch, a nigga had to spread his wings. Yeah, I stuck the landing and I soared, but that was self-belief. It's too late to turn back now. I'm on this one way. The first seat in first class, taking off on the runway. But most of these niggas got it fucked up for real though. You couldn't have walked a mile in my shoes. That's just not possible. You niggas don't have the damn fortitude to beat the obstacles. I'm looking around like, what should I do? Just keep it moving. No sense of stopping or pausing. This mind state is appalling. Like Pistol Pete, I went all in. I'm just shaking defenders. I make them remember. My heart done turned as cold as December. In terms of roles, I play the king. And man, these niggas is Simba. Mustafa the stopper. Ibaka with the way that I block him. Don't bring that bullshit around me, no. I cancel that like Nino. Am I my brother's keeper? Yeah, you goddamn right. The only problem is that just extends to me, myself, and I. Nobody else. I got myself. That's numero uno. And you would feel the same, nigga, if you knew what I knew. If you'd have seen what I seen. If you'd have been where I been. I'm in the conversation like apostrophes and hyphens. These niggas getting amped off of yes man and hype men, but can't get your career off the ground like white men.
Be honest. Be I just gotta be honest. Be I think I'm beyond it. Beyond, I said beyond it. Beyond, I tell her be honest. Beyond, just said beyond it. We are,
All right, we're just gonna play one song and hop into it today. I didn't take my shower, so I'm not gonna have my camera on. I kind of look like a hot mess right now. I just wanted to get on stream as soon as possible. I woke up at 2:30, ordered some food, and then now we're here. Market is going crazy. All right, well, not all of it. Obviously, the side that we're used to trading is not going ballistic, thank God. But the coin that I talked about yesterday in my video, we talked about it and it went absolutely parabolic, which was quite exciting. But unfortunately, I'll talk about some of the things that led to this dump today. Now, do I think it's the end of the world? No. This coin, I expected to have its ups and downs. Like I told you guys, this coin was released 5 days ago on the market. Well, 6 days ago now. Granted, we talked about it yesterday. Let me go ahead and switch over to the live screen. But that being said, with such a new coin, it's going to have these crazy volatile times because they are figuring out, well, who they are. They had some problems with the farming aspect of the coin today, which led to this dump, as well as that the liquidity from the pre-sale got unlocked today, so people were taking profits off of that. But that being said, I'm just watching some of the buys come in at this level, and there is a couple buys that are telling me that whoever is actually investing in this coin is actually picking up at this level. We do have some nice sells, like a $45,000 sell right here. But for the most part, we're getting like $44,000 buy, $76,000 buy, and then, you know, just a whole bunch of little tiny ones. We got 35, 35. That was a sell, $20,000 buy. So this level seems to be what the, whales, if you want to say that, want to hold in this coin. So as far as Meow Coin, or as the actual name of the token right here, goes, this is kind of my one-off play. I'm not really looking to, trade this back and forth, sell, buy, especially with the gas fees and what they are right now. I've put my money into this coin, and it's going to be sitting there until I see the type of profit that I want to see. Last night we saw like 100 and something % gain, pretty much in the course of a couple hours. And I thought about selling, but that's just not right for me to do, especially after putting out a video on it. They are figuring out some of the kinks with their gambling aspect of the game, and I'm sure within the next couple of days they'll have the farming figured out, and then it's back on track. Now, if you want to do any sort of Elliott wave for this, like I said, I don't really care to do Elliott wave on these types of coins, but technically we're kind of sitting where we're supposed to be. You can see we had an ABC up, ABC down. It had a nice pop after completing that ABC, hit around the 0.382. But if this coin wants to go a lot further, technically from an Elliott wave standpoint, we don't just need an ABC right there. We need an ABC like we're getting right now. So for me, from a technical analysis perspective, if you ever want to get into technical analysis on a coin like this, as long as we're above this price point, 161 ETH Satoshis, if you want to call it that, it's looking good from an Elliott wave standpoint with a nice little 600% target up there. Some people on my Telegram were having some problems with getting charged for the transaction, but not getting the coin itself. I wish I had answers. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I really don't. But when it comes to the legitimate coin side of things, not these little meme coins, we are sitting in Ethereum long. We talked about this yesterday on the private stream. I posted the early entry for Ethereum right here. Got stopped out of that one, but I usually highlight all of my points of entry before we take off to one side or the other. I did open up a hedge short right here, but once we got past that resistance, I kind of just exited. I think I took a $84 loss right there, and currently just holding the long side of this trade. If we do happen to get a higher high than this local high right here, with a lower high on the RSI, and we come back down below, I'll open up a hedge short from that position as well. And I don't care to take either side's profit just yet. I do want to kind of play the range because, like I told you guys, I am severely cautious right now. All right. I told you guys yesterday on the private stream, for anybody that's in the Telegram group, I am pretty much 95% out of the market. All right, I'm going to leverage trade on this USDT challenge account. I'm going to kind of make these one-off plays, such as with Meow Coin. But besides that, this bull runs over for me, guys. I've taken my profit on EOS. I've taken my profit on Ethereum. I have a little bit left in BTC just to see if it does have that run to 100K. But besides that, all of it is just kind of scalping profit off the top with leverage. All right, and if Meow Coin happens to do anything close to what we saw on SafeMoon or Shiba or Doge or anything like that, then we're good to go. That is going to make us a lot of money. The Telegram group is from Patreon. Yeah, so the Patreon, in the Patreon post, there's the link to the Telegram group. Patreon is just the entryway to the Telegram. I didn't quite miss it. I had a little bit left over just in my Bybit account, but I sold between $8 and $12. I was kind of limiting out of it when we were pushing up to the upside. That's the thing, man. I don't like Twilly. I don't care. I don't care if other people are saying that we're going to the moon. All right. For me, I didn't buy in the bull market. All right. We had a couple little spot buys here and there on like these altcoins like EOS because the opportunities were there and the gains were still there. But when it came to the bull market as a whole, I was in it from the very beginning. I was here when Ethereum was $80. I was here when Bitcoin was $3,000. I've been in this market for a very long time. And for me, with the knowledge I have, it's a very good time for me to take profit. I've seen multi-1,000% gains on multiple coins. I've made the money that I wanted to make, and now it's time to take profit. If the market does continue, we have backup plays, such as Meowcoin. But as far as a whole, I'm done. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to watch price action. We're still going to trade. But in terms of my spot buys, the stuff that's actually made me money, I'm out. I don't think there's any shame in that. Whether or not we continue, ETH goes to 20,000. Right? Yeah, does it suck? Of course it sucks. But I'd rather be the guy that sits here, comfortably takes his profit, looks back at all the time he's spent learning how to do something and reflect upon it and smile, than be that person that is always consciously sweaty palms, trying to figure out if now is the time to sell. Is this the top? Is this the top? I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that's constantly having sweat in my eyes, trying to figure out whether or not this is the top. Can I be the person that cashes out at the top of the mountain and ride it down? I'd rather be the person that, gets to a nice scenic view on the mountain. We set up a little camp and I look out upon the scenery and I just chillax while everybody else is dying trying to get to the top of the mountain, freezing to death. Mount Everest. I gotta sneeze, but it's not coming. Like I said, I'm not sitting here telling you guys to sell. I'm just telling you what I did. For me, I'll still make decent money, just kind of leverage trading. But as far as the bulk majority of my profits, I'm fine with what I got. Well, I have no doubt. When the bear market hits, whenever that happens, we're going to go back down and retest prices such as 1350. Now, I don't want to say exactly because sometimes if this is going to work out kind of like Bitcoin, if the all-time high from the previous bull market was 1350 and we get to 5K, we might see 2K again. We might see 1500. Maybe not as low as 1300, but we'll take it as it goes. We have local lows. Once a local low gets hit in the bear market, we DCA. If that local low is broken, we could always sell off a little bit and wait for the next local low. But once we get to that next local low, we buy back again. It doesn't have to be this complicated process of what number are we going to see, blah, blah, blah. It's simple as, okay, these are the numbers that we can see. Now we follow them in order of succession and we buy it back. I think people make it way too complicated, and that's just what's really holding people back in the long term. We showed off on BTC multiple times how with the 2017 bull market, how you could have used the local lows to buy back at different parts of the bear market. And we showed how much money you could have made from 2 simple buys. You don't have to make it complicated. If you do, you're going to lose. gonna lose. Yeah, like I don't recommend you guys buy into something if the gas fees are this crazy. I did. You know, I bought 3 different transactions. All, the gas fee was 150, 170, and I got lucky one time and the gas fee was only like $60. But I bought in at this level right here. All right, this is where I bought in. I bought in a little bit right here, but then I DCA'd down here, the majority of it. So I'm holding on to about $2,000 worth, and we're still kind of sitting steady at that level. So for me, I'm just holding on to this. This is like a boom or bust play for me. There's not going to be a point where I'm like, okay, now is the time to sell when we're down here. All right, this coin's been on the market for 5 days. You guys got to give it a chance if you are invested in it. Like I said, do I recommend you guys buy into it? Hell no. I don't. These meme coins are not something that I would ever recommend somebody getting into. But yes, I just wanted to talk about it because there's so many people that come onto my live stream, tell me to buy this coin, that coin, this coin, that coin, and they're all shit coins. So I went out and I tried to find the best shit coin I could, and that was it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some TA. I was talking about this before. This is kind of the range I'm going to be playing. I have the long from this local low. If we do happen to put in a bearish divergence and get back below this local high right here, I'm pretty much just going to be hedge trading this range. All right, if we break above this level again, I'll exit my short, let my long carry up. If we do happen to come back down, the profits from my short will cover the losses from my long, and I'm pretty much exactly where I'm sitting the entire time. And if we get stopped out of our long, I do expect us to come back down to at least either the $3,360 level or the $3,166 level. All right. This is a scary place to be. All right. And this is why trying to get the top of the market is so difficult. This is the exact situation we had on Doge. When price action moves this parabolic, it doesn't create many moments of support. So if we do happen to have a breakdown, this region right here, you better hope holds, because otherwise it's going to be the same thing as every other coin. All right, there is no other local low. This is all a single trend. So if we break this $3,300 to $3,150 region, that is a call for us to go back down and retest this region right here of 2,167 to 2,020. And you might be saying, well, Austin, that's ridiculous. You can't go down that far. You can't say that. Markets work off of local lows and local highs. They want to retest if one or the other is broken. If you break a local high to the upside and there is no other local high, you got price discovery. Boom. That's where you get these massive run-ups. But to the downside, there is nothing between this region and this region that can hold us as support. Now, could we get below this region and then get back above it if price action wants to? Of course. And then you would go ahead and buy back in this region. But in terms of how I play this market, if we break this level, I cannot buy until we get back above or we get back down to this level. That's all I can do. It's the only way I can play it. Yeah, not today. I didn't take a shower. I'm feeling kind of shitty as well. I just got my Emperor Palpatine hoodie on, and I'm just chilling. I just want to make sure I live stream today. That's all. Because we have not been on schedule all this past week. Like I said, I've been trying to quit nicotine. Feeling like shit. The intermittent fasting on top of it, although is helping at the same time, it's also, it's difficult. It's so difficult to keep track of all this and still maintain my my mental health at the same time. But once I get over the withdrawals from nicotine, it's going to be such a better lifestyle in general. I and this just only goes to prove my point. If the withdrawals are this bad, that means I shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. That's how much my body was relying on this single chemical in order to live a daily normal life. And to me, that is ridiculous. I mean, I guess I'm kind of doing Ramadan in a way. Um, I'm just not doing it. Ramadan, I'm actually doing like a more severe version of the Ramadan. Because Ramadan, you can eat from the time the sun goes down to the time the sun comes up. So you get a lot more time than I got. I got a 4-hour eating window and then I stop eating for 20 hours. Let's take a look at BTC. We've been talking about this on BTC for a very, very long time. It could see continuation, like I said, until we see this level right here be broken. I can't really discount the fact that this could turn into a possible 1-2 structure, or at least an ABC to the upside, and we could see some higher levels. Oh, God. I got a stuffy nose today. So I really can't call for a massive short, but this is the structure that I've kind of been looking at the past couple of days in terms of possibility. So we talked about the bearish divergence forming off of this local high right here. That could have been a possible entry point. And then I said, well, if you are on the long side of things, just go ahead and pick up off of this local low right here. So that's kind of what I did. I wasn't lucky enough to catch the absolute bottom because we didn't get close enough to the local low. But we had this local low to the left side of it in the uptrend. So I picked up my long off of this local low right here, and we kind of stabilized on it. Well, I know what, like I said, I'm feeling shitty today. I've not taken a shower. I don't have my green screen or my lights on because I just don't want too much light on me right now. I'm not feeling good. That's why I got no webcam on. And without the green screen and the lights on, it just takes up way too much space on the screen. I don't like that. EOS is looking like a good, at the moment, obviously, but it could see continuation. It's looking like a good short position. Not going to lie. You have a higher high right here. You have a lower high, significantly lower high on price action. On the 1 hour, you have a momentum wave that is topping out and curving to the downside. You pretty much have all the signs of a short. Let's see. Yeah, you got that little curve to the downside. Let's check out the 15-minute. 15-minute cross to the downside. This would be one of the levels because you have this this parabolic wave to the upside. Whenever you get these parabolic waves that have kind of an ABC formation, you always have to be really wary of when they make that slightly higher high and then start ticking to the downside. Can I find an example of that for you guys? This one's kind of a backwards one. You had the ABC and then shoot to the upside. So it's kind of like the opposite version of this. You see how the higher high would kind of be the lower low and then shoot to the upside, tick down. Now, could this still see continuation? Possibly. This could be a 1, 2, 3, pull back to a 4, and then a 5th. But let's see. I'm pretty sure if this is a 1 to a 2, we've kind of already hit that target. This could be a blow off top, but see how this works out. I mean, at the moment, we have an uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. So that's 5 waves. Whether or not it's the full complete set and there's some ABCs mixed in here. Maybe this is an ABC 1, ABC 2, ABC 3, ABC 4, and then so on into a 5th. We'll see. What's your 4 hour window that you chose to eat? 2 to 6, but if I wake up super late, like if I wake up at 3, then I can eat from 3 to 7. Double bull run this year? I can't call that. I'm already out. I'm not in the business of trying to be some Nostradamus saying that we're going to go into some super cycle. All right. I would love that. I would love that for you guys. But for me, I'm being realistic. All right. The people that are calling for a super cycle are the people that bought at $2,000 and they're hoping to become rich. All right. Anybody that's been in this market long enough, I don't really give a shit. I don't give a shit if this is the top. I've already made thousands of percents. I don't need to be greedy. That's the thing. If you want to make money, don't be that guy that comes into the crypto market when everybody starts talking about it on TikTok. Be in the crypto market when nobody's talking about it. When the bear market's happening, when the boring retesting market's happening, and you're not seeing any real substantial gains. Be the guy that's in the market every single day. All right? Otherwise, when these bull markets happen, you're just going to be the guy that's sitting there waiting for a super cycle, quote unquote. Like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you're taking your profits. If you're leverage trading and you make profit on a trade, take 20% of that profit and put it away, either in a USDT or actually cash it out to a bank account. All right, that way, when these black swan events happen, and by black swan event, I mean out of nowhere, for no apparent reason that you can identify, there's a massive dump in the market. Right? If you're putting away profit, then you're going to have money sitting on the sidelines to DCA back into some of these local lows. Otherwise, you're just sitting there, holding your bags, waiting for it to come back up. I don't know if Nuno's watching the stream, but we talked about BTC. Like I said, with BTC, if we come back down and we break the 53,000 to $52,000 region, I would expect continuation down to about 43K. I mean, obviously, we'd be looking for a double bottom at 47, but typically we see a lower low before any sort of bounce. Like I said, if we do happen to go down to 29K, it's not going to be just a single dump to the downside. I think that's what people are missing. When I call for these types of targets, one, I'm not calling for it, I'm just outlining a possibility based on market structure that could be happening. As well as that, I'm not calling for a straight dump. I'm calling for a dump down to 43K, a bounce all the way back up to 50K, then we start heading down. All right, this is like a multi-month structure right here. 4 or 5 months, maybe even 6. All right, in order to get back down to that level. And then what do you got from there? You got a very, very nice uptrend to downtrend, and then you could have another blast off to the upside, see 100K, 150K, whatever you want. Those, super cycle. All right. You have to just be realistic. And being realistic doesn't mean that you discount all possibilities. I'm not discounting the possibility that we could go into a super cycle. I've outlined many times. Crypto likes to do things that nobody thinks. All right. But the unexpected, I think this time around, is that it doesn't go into a super cycle. All right. $20,000 was a super cycle. And if you don't think it was, you're just greedy. All right. When you outline the fibs were only calling for 7 to 10K. I believe the stock to flow was only calling for 10K, but we got 20K. All right. So that was definitely overreaching. Oh, dude, screw allergies in the face. Screw them in the face. No face cam today. I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm going through nicotine withdrawals. I haven't taken a shower. I don't want to have my lights on, please. Please, let me rest. I know my face is pretty and I know you want to see it, but please let me rest. Yo, clumsy panda, bro. All right, you said please help. Please help with what? You gonna type it? You gonna ask your question? Or you just gonna say please help? I'm here. Please help. I just $1 worth of BNB. Get out of here. What? Are you? Why are you? Listen. That sounds like a scam. Nobody asks for $1 worth of BNB. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. $1 is not going to get you out of gas. All right, gas is like $150. So I know you trolling now. Go check out another live streamer. Maybe they'll help with your $1 gas fee. Check out Doge. See how Doge is doing. Doge could, yeah, if it bounces here, it could go on another run. But I would expect the next high that it puts in to be the top. Oh, and we outlined this earlier. We outlined the possibility of a higher high, lower high on our side. We had the pullback. If we do happen to stabilize along these local highs right here, and we don't break that bearish divergence and activate it, then we should be good to go for at least one more run. God, I don't want Doge to hit $1, but I hope if you guys are investing in Doge, if it hits $1, please take your gosh darn profit. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm glad you got the opportunity, but do not squander it, because the second that it hits $1, all of the whales are going to dump this into the ground. All right. But whatever the next local high is, if it is $1, once we come back below this local high, I think that's it. Just from a structure perspective. Can we get a cat update? Let's see. It's kind of stabilizing around that price point. Like I said, I was watching some of the whale buys come in. It's looking halfway decent. Like I said, this coin's been on the market for 5 days. All right, this is brand new. So for me, all I'm simply doing is holding on to it. I'm not really worried about these small time frame price pullbacks. Obviously, it's awesome to see price go parabolic for a hot second and see your portfolio go up. But obviously, with a new coin and them trying to figure stuff out, you can't expect that to last too long. And especially with these new coins, people's emotions are so crazy, because you got people that are in it trying to become multimillionaires from a coin called Meow. And then you have other people that, the second it starts dumping because of the price volatility and the percentages involved, they immediately sell. You got to give it time. Like I said, if Doge is lining up for another run and Ethereum breaks its next all-time high, I'm sure a lot of these altcoins will start taking off. All right, guys, just because I took a chance on a coin that's a meme doesn't mean I'm going to start looking at every single coin on the sun. All right, we're still the same old me. leverage trading the big caps. All right, but like I said, as in terms of spot, I'm out. I'm out of, I still have a little bit of Bitcoin, but I'm pretty much fully out of Ethereum, fully out of EOS. So, we'll still leverage trade and everything like that. But in terms of altcoins, the only one that I'm investing in right now, I'm still investing in XMR. That XMR, I'll probably sell off a little bit here soon. But I bought in when it was extremely cheap. So I think I'm just going to hold on to that until it's worth a couple 10, 20, 30 G's. Oh my God, dude. I'm your only hope. Crypto Kite is your only hope for a $1 gas fee. You ain't got no friends? You ain't got no friends. Listen, man. I feel for you if you're actually in that situation. All I'm saying is, you don't have $1. Nobody around you got $1. You're asking a random YouTuber for $1. All right. Listen, man, I've done $1,000 giveaways, but never once did I ever think I was going to be asked for a single dollar. Kai, was there something about the project that put you on EOS? The one thing about EOS that kind of drew me in was I found myself using it more and more and more as the bull market started to pop off. Obviously, gas fees are crazy right now, but even back then they were like $20, $30 to buy and move Ethereum. So when I was onboarding and offboarding crypto from Bybit, I would simply use the swap on Bybit, but I would always turn it into EOS to get it off of Bybit, always buy EOS to get money onto Bybit, because one, the address system is as simple as a routing number and an account number for a bank account. Even more simple because, a routing number and an account number are kind of long. For Bybit, for example, EOS, your address is Bybit deposit, and then you have your account number, which is called your memo, which is a 6 to 7 digit number. If you can't remember that, and it's so easy because now you don't have to copy and paste. You can pretty much memorize your wallet address, which there's not many coins out there that you can do that. As well as that, the speed is insane. You literally send it and it's there in like a minute. All right. Fully confirmed. It's there in a minute. As well as that, the transaction fees were always like 10, 20, 30 cents. No more than that. It was just such a convenience that alone, just the simplicity of it and the use case of it gave it reason for it to be on my radar. That's why I loved EOS. I don't think you really have to be concerned about what I'm doing. He said, dude, why you're not holding anything spot? Does that change your life? I'll tell you why I'm not holding anything on spot. My targets have been reached. I've made tons of money this bull run. I am unconfident in the market. And rather stressing out every single day whether or not we're at the top, or do I need to take a short here? Do I need to sell? And especially if price action just starts dumping, right? That's even more stress, right? I don't want to be the person that's sitting here every single day with my heart pounding, my eyebrows sweaty, my palms moist, waiting for the top of the market. I've made my money. I'm out. Now, I'm still going to leverage trade. I'm still going to follow price action. I'm still going to root for price action if it does continue to push to the upside. I want people to win. But the only difference is I know for just a really, really solid fact that the higher we get on price action, the more attractive the crypto market looks to the outsider, the more grandma, grandpas, and boomers get into the market, and they're going to lose all their money, and then regulation is going to come in. All right, the more people that get burnt on the crypto market because they don't know when to stop, the more regulations come in faster. Regulation's going to get here one day, but the less people that get burnt in the crypto market, the slower that process happens because they don't have to rush anything. But when they start rushing regulations, that's when people like me get screwed. So I rather be safe. I rather just chillax and let the market do what it's going to do. That way nothing happens to me. Like I said, when I say boomer, I don't necessarily mean just old people. I'm just talking about a way of thinking. That's all. What's the boomer? Well, traditionally, like, boomer is like, like a baby boomer. They were born after World War II. So basically old people. Well, like, when I talk about boomer, I'm just talking about somebody that's stuck in their ways. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, people that wouldn't ordinarily buy into the crypto market will start buying into the crypto market because they see how crazy it's going. And when something's going up parabolically, people want to buy into it. It's just human emotion. That's what I was saying. I didn't buy when it was going parabolic. I've been in this market when it was going sideways for multiple years. All right? That's why I can take my profits and sit here and be proud of myself and not worry about FOMO. Is the price going to 10K on ETH? Am I going to miss out on that price action? No, I've already made more money than I can fathom. I can sit here comfortably and say that I'm waiting for the next bull market. I'll wait. I'll buy back the DCA price points, and I'll be chilling. There's a time and a place to say this is it. Might not be the top of the mountain for you guys, but it's the top of the mountain for me. This is as far as I go. All right, we'll check out XMR. So, like, this is the long-term structure for XMR. We had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, ABC down. You can see we found support off of that local low right there. Technically, in the long-term scheme of things, we should be heading to about 5,569 for the top of the market. Now, I don't think that's going to happen this bull run necessarily, but it's definitely going to happen. That's what I was talking about before. This coin has such a different structure than most coins, which gives me a signal that it's going to do very, very well. As well as that, like I told you guys before, like, there's legitimate transactions happening with this. Now, when I say legitimate, I don't mean legal. Don't get me wrong. But there is actual physical items being bought and sold every single day with Monero. There's not many other coins in the world that can say that at that level. And it's slowly replacing BTC on the dark web. So for that reason alone, this coin is legitimized in my eyes. Now, I might not be using it for those things, but I can't deny the fact that there's always going to be people, as long as this coin is around, doing that. So I think it has a very, very bright future ahead of it. And I've been holding it for quite a period of time. It has a very, I'm pretty sure it has the exact same circulating supply or max circulating supply as BTC. As more money comes in the market, it's going to look very, very similar. You said how much you make, Kite. Don't be shy. I don't like talking about that stuff. EOS break that. Let's see. We're coming back up to test that local high. Nah, I ain't Scooby. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Nah, if I was like actually not really feel like I don't feel good, but if I wasn't feeling, you know, good enough to get on live stream, I just wouldn't have gotten on live stream. Check LTC? Of course. Let's go and do that. So LTC, we were targeting, well, technically, actually, let's see. The target's $517 for LTC. We're holding a very significant local low at the moment while getting a bounce. So I would say, you know, if we go on another run, like I said, Dogecoin looks like it might want to go on another run. EOS, if we can continue to stay above this last local high and clear this bearish divergence. I mean, $20 is our all-time high, so that's, you know, at least what we want to retest. We still have a lot more room to go. But, you know, once LTC hits a fifth wave target, you know, Ethereum's already past its fifth wave target. BTC is in a different type of price structure. One of my theories was that maybe, just maybe, you know, we'll see LTC, Ethereum, pretty much everything else slowed down. And then maybe this is going to turn into a much larger ABC instead of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have an A to maybe, you know, maybe we get a double bottom ABC flat right here. Who knows? Or maybe this was it. And then we go ahead and now we're just moving sideways. And we're going to see, you know, maybe one more push to the upside right here. If we take the top and bottom of this A, we can see it's calling for about $107,000. So this could be a possibility of the structure that's happening. Don't get me wrong. That's why I said I'm still holding on to a little bit of my Bitcoin. I'm not fully sold out of Bitcoin just yet. But obviously the leverage trading plus the amount that I still have is definitely going to pay off if we do ever see this come into play. Well, why are you in such a rush to sell your crypto? Just wait a little bit. Gas fees will go down. If you only need gas fees to go down by $1, I wouldn't imagine you have to wait that gosh darn long in order to get your coins sold. You know, the other day, gas fees were $177, but then I waited a little bit and I was able to get gas fees for like $60. You just got to catch it at the right time. Can you send me 1 cent for gas fees? I'm sorry, man. We're out of gas. I don't know if you heard, but the pipeline got hacked by Russia. We're out of gas. That's why gas is so high right now. You guys want to see one of my crazy dreams I had the other night? Hold on, let me go to my dream journal. All right, so May 10th, 2021. I was hosting sort of a sleepover with some friends. I noticed outside my window stuff flying around. It was jets that were able to move fast enough they did not. Wait, hold on, what? I usually write these when I first wake up, so sometimes I misspell stuff. Um, it was jets that were able to move fast enough that they didn't make noise until it was too late. They were destroying a military outpost in a large city. Once they were done destroying it, I noticed an army of U.S. soldiers coming from the north, but soon found out they were Russians disguised as Americans to get close to their targets. They were doing a full sweep of the city in hopes to make a point of command on the continental U.S. I managed to hold off my building from getting attacked until I woke up. That's the type of dreams I'll be having sometimes. Because like there's this conspiracy going around that if we ever did have World War III, nukes would never be dropped on the continental U.S. From either China or Russia. Main reason being is because if they were going to go to war with us, it's not in hopes to destroy us, but actually to take over our continent. Because Russia, only 13% of the country is actually farmable. So that's the main reason why they want land. So, maybe that's where my dream got inspired from. Them trying to take over the U.S. They violated the Geneva Convention. I'm pretty sure you can't dress up as your enemy. It's like playing tricks. This one was a good one. I don't know if I probably read this on stream before, but yeah, this one was start off with me and a couple friends in a shipping yard. One day when I'm walking around, I notice this young man who simply disappeared while walking. The next day I see it again. The day after I catch him and confront him. He explains to me that he travels through time and this place is special because it's the only place in the timeline that you can't see what comes next. Um, and that's why he stays around the area. He takes us with him to show us how it works. Fast forward, we're all waiting with many time travelers for the reveal of what comes next in the timeline. Turns out it's a toxic gas wave that rolls from California to the East Coast that wipes out anyone who isn't prepared. Now, fortunately, if you can hold your breath for over 20 minutes, the gas wave is only that amount of time, and it would simply pass over you and you would survive. So I was able to get far enough away from the gas wave in order to practice Wim Hof long enough in the middle of the forest in order to survive the toxic gas. Crazy dreams. I don't know. Be doing crazy stuff in my dreams. No, no, no. You dream. See, here's the thing. All right, this is why I like to explain to people. All right, take whatever your age. So, like right now, all right, I'm 21 years old. All right, so I'm 21. Do times 0.33. All right, so do 21 minus 6.93. All right, so technically, I'm only 14 years old. All right, so how did I come to that conclusion? All right. If there's 24 hours in a day and you sleep 8 hours a day, like the doctor prescribes, now obviously we don't always sleep 8 hours a day, but sometimes we sleep more. So you can't really calculate it, to the T. You only spend 66% of your life, mathematically, on average, awake. So if you live to be 100 years old, you're actually only 66 years old consciously. So if you don't write down your dreams and activate your hippocampus to remember that aspect of your life, you're basically giving up almost half of your life just because you're lazy. All right, the reason why you don't dream is because you don't want to remember. You haven't told the biological computer that you're sitting in to remember the dreams. All right, here's an easy trick. All right, when you wake up in the morning, send a little signal to your brain. Now, that signal is very simple. Ask yourself, do I remember my dream? All right, if you don't remember anything, write down on your phone this very simple phrase. I don't remember my dream, but I would like to. Write down today's date or whatever date you woke up on, and then do it again the next day. After about, 2, 3, 4 nights in a row of doing this, where you don't remember it, but you write down, I don't remember my dream, but I would like to, you'll start remembering little tiny bits and pieces. And if you can only remember where you were in the dream, write that down. And after about 2 months of doing this, you'll be able to write down full-blown stories with character arcs. It's a whole... You're giving up. You're giving up a part of your life. Dreams might not be real depending on what your definition of it is, but it's you. It's stories. It's adventures that happen. And you're giving that up. For what? It's free. Take it back. Otherwise, you're giving up a third of your life and you live much less time. That was kind of like a weird statement. You live much less time. Don't know what I was trying to say there. I know what I was trying to say, but nah. Dreams are very, very important. Yeah, I've been smoking oxygen for the past couple of days. It's doing wonders for my thought process, I have to say. CB music, that's crazy. But that's like, if obviously it can screw you up in your head if you let it, but it's a dream. It's an alternate storyline that could have happened somewhere, somehow. You got to get a glimpse. Like one of my dreams, I was a part of this family of 4 on like a rural farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. But underneath of this house, there was a military base that was testing sound waves that make people animalistic. And they would slowly tweak the sound waves and experiment on this family that had no clue that this was happening. And the family ends up killing each other. It was a really crazy dream. But, I mean, it makes for a good story. My head short ready? You know it. You know it. I'm here for it. Well, I can't short ETH right now. I can't just short ETH in the middle of nowhere. Of course, could this be a top? Of course it could be a top. But I have to wait for us to get back underneath of this local high or put in a higher high with a bearish divergence of this local high in order to get a head short. That's some InfoWars stuff. No, Alex Jones, he be on the crazy DMT dreams, supposedly. Well, there's so many crazy things that happen in dreams. Um, Carl Jung had this sleep study. There's two different people on two separate sides of the world, and they were having a shared dream character that they couldn't explain. Same name, same face, same mannerisms. And this dream character knew things that both of the men involved in the sleep studies did not know about. But then they would be fact checked once they woke up. So, I mean, it's crazy to think about this stuff like that, but, you know, yeah, that's why I said before, like, I don't like to read too much into it. Just experiment with this stuff. There's no reason to attach ideologies or anything. Uh, just do it. You know, just dream, and make sure you write it down. EOS betrayed me today. What are you talking about? I didn't enter a trade or anything on it. What do you mean it's betraying me? If you're talking about this right here, I mean, we're kind of still sitting by it. Like I said, whenever I call out stuff like this, I don't mean for it to be taken, like this is definitive proof that this is going to happen. This is just a if this and that statement. If we continue to hold below $13.31, that bearish divergence is active, and we can see further downside. If we come back above that line, that divergence is still active technically, but we can always see further upside. Now financial advice, just asking your opinion, should I buy LTC now or wait for a break at 375? Well, that's the thing, like, I can never really tell you to buy unless we're sitting at a local low. Like with Meow Coin the other day. We were sitting down here when I put out my video. All right, if we were all the way up here, already going parabolic, I would have never put that video out. But I put my video out when we're sitting right here. Literally right here. All right, because we were sitting down towards a local low. When it comes to LTC, right, the only time I can really, give you a suggestion, not necessarily financial advice, would be, you would buy when we get close to a local low. You would buy down in this area, right here. All right, actually even all the way down here as well. All right, you would buy the local lows, and then you would sell the local highs. If you want, you can sell this local high or this one. All right, because this could be a head and shoulders forming right here, and we go down further to the downside. Definitely a possibility. Where can you buy Meow Coin? You can get it on Uniswap. Like I said, there is some problems. I think some people are talking about getting gypped on gas fees and stuff. But, when I bought, I didn't have that problem. You just go to Uniswap, you connect a wallet, and then you swap ETH for Meow. It's already getting a nice little bounce here. Like I said, as long as we're kind of sitting in this region, that's what I would like to see. And for me, it could go to zero. The money that I put into it is legitimate money that I'm willing to lose all of. That's the thing with these meme coins, these crazy coins that make no sense. All right, if you put money into it, it's as good as gone. But if you do happen to get lucky and get into one of these coins, such as Shiba, any of these coins out here, you can, that small amount of money that was pretty much thrown in the garbage can can turn into something that you never thought would have happened. So, for a coin that's just 5 days out on the market, to me, I really don't care if it's kind of struggling a little bit. You gotta give it some time. Coochie coin? I guess we can call it Coochie Coin. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no gripes. Let's see, Shiba. How long was Shiba out before it really hit its stride? I mean, come on. Shiba's been out for Shiba's been out for so long. You're telling me this coin just popped off for no reason? I got people who were talking about it before. They're like, guys, it just got started. Yeah, it might have been on the market, but you got to ask yourself, who is the people holding this coin back here? Who are these people and where are they now? The people that were buying back here, they are probably worth more than you can fathom. And they are going to dump the shit out of this coin. Give it enough time. Oh, Unkind. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. So, the reason why I'm in this coin. Now, one of the issues that someone brought up to me the other night, they were saying this coin has to be a pump and dump because the website is a copy of Vita. Let's see. So let me go to their website real quick. Where is their website? Team3D.io. So this website is a template. All right, it's not original. You can see right here. Same layout, same everything. Now this coin's been around for a lot longer. But, can you fault them? You want to get a nice coin up and running. But the website itself is a template. None of these people actually were the original creators of the website itself. Now, the main attraction is going to be when this game comes out. Now, it already got released once, but unfortunately, there were some problems with it, so they had to retract it. Basically, it's a gambling jackpot game, so that's going to be the main attraction for the monkey brains to come out of the woods and start throwing money into this coin for no reason. So, I mean, you got like Crash BTC that does well even in the bear markets and stuff like that. So if there is some sort of gambling aspect or game surrounded around the coin, that's going to draw attention. Now, that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's a meme. Other than that, it's the same thing as, anything else out there. SafeMoon. Now, SafeMoon's got a little bit of utility, but not really. It's just another shitcoin. But with a little bit of utility, it can be a shitcoin that can make a lot of money. All right, even if the utility is gambling. All right, that's pretty much it. That's the only reason why I'm in it. And as well as that, ADA, all right, we have been talking about, let's see, this region right here for a long time. All right, as long as we're above $1.47, there's really no reason to be bearish on ADA. If we do happen to get back below it, you could just sell. All right. Now, if you're willing to sell down here, why aren't you willing to sell up here? All right. Other than that, if you want to, I don't want to give you some crazy price point. I really don't. At most, I hope to see $2.40 on ADA. But we could hit $1.90 and see a retracement as well. Usually I don't like doing that type of fib retracement. I usually like doing this type right here. You can see we have ABC, and then we have ABC down to the 0.382. That creates a 1-2 structure. And then we could see the, ABC to the 1.618. I'm not going to take a look at BNB. BNB is a coin that is based off of other coins. So the price itself is not necessarily something that you can chart out. It's more depending on the market as a whole. scroll back to the start, teach first chart. What are you talking about? You want me to chart kitty coin, coochie coin, meow coin? Like I said, this is not something that I really would like to chart. But if you want me to put some magic sauce on it to make you feel better, if you are invested in this coin, all right, we have an A, a B, a C as wave 1. Then we have an A, a B, a C as wave 2. As long as we are above this last local low, technically this formation is completed. That now puts us in a 1-2 formation, a 1, a 2, and then a 3, right? Which allows us to get a 1.618 target of 802 Ethereum Satoshis, if that's what they're called. I don't know what they're actually called. All right. And then we should have a pullback, whether or not it's a larger pullback like this or just a small pullback like that. Who knows? And then that gives us a 1.618 target of 1,219 Ethereum Satoshis. So technically, if this works out the way that Elliott Wave is calling for, which I don't think it will, gives you some hopium that we're going to see about 667% gains. But, if meme culture gets a hold of this coin, who knows what's going to happen. This coin's been out for 5 days. What the hell is with Crow Coin? All right, what's Crow Coin doing? What's happening? What's the big deal? All right, you haven't broken the local low of this uptrend right here. As long as you don't exceed 12.6 cents, you should be fine for some continuation. All right, what that continuation is going to be, I don't give a fuck. All right, let's say you have a 1-2 structure right here. What are you going to do? All right, we hit the 0.382. Now we're bouncing. All right, this could be a 1, a 2, a 3, or 4, or 5, up to the 1.618. We could see 71 cents on Crow. Is that what you want to hear from me? Is that what you want to hear? All right, like I said, as long as we're chilling above this local low, you should be fine. But you can't ever guarantee on these altcoins. But if it does follow Elliott Wave, which, we have a nice uptrend to a 0.382 bounce on a downtrend, looks like the start of a 1-2 to me, or an ABC, with a 1.618 of 71 cents. All right. I hope I cheered you up a little bit. Mrs. G, I hope you're right this time because you've been wrong. You've been wrong for so long. Listen, Mrs. G, I'm sold out. All right. I'm out of Ethereum. I still got a little bit of Bitcoin left. I'm out of EOS. I'm leverage trading a little bit. Just going with the flow. All right. We already checked out ADA, Unkind. What are you doing? You watching the screen? But you've been calling for the bear market for so long, ever since we were in the retesting market. I think the bear market's coming, but it just, at this point, you can't deny that there's some dumb money in this market And for whatever reason, the hype train is still staying here for a little bit. Might as well take advantage of it. We're probably going to log off the stream in about 15 minutes. We've been streaming for about an hour and 17 so far. I'm glad I was able to get on stream today. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best, but I was able to scrounge up enough energy to hop on today. Yeah, I probably should have like weaned myself off of vaping instead of quitting cold turkey, but I just wanted to be done. I just want to be done with it. So I mean, I'm going through hell right now, but it's definitely gonna be worth it once it's just out of my system. XRP. Let me check out XRP, no problem. So we were talking about this the other day. XRP's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large pullback, found support at the local lows. We saw that blast off. So if this is an ABC, technically we want to see around $2.70 before a major pullback. No, I'm not saying that in the short term before we get there. We can't see us come back down and retest 89 cents or, even come back down a little bit lower and cut beneath these local highs. But technically it wants to see $2.70 before we see that pullback. Will I be back on tonight? Probably not. There's very rare times where I live stream twice in one day. I'll be sitting in Ryan's stream sometimes, just chilling out. You said, "Yo, Kai, I'm a part of your Patreon. I'm Crypto Duck. What's going on, man?" I am cashed out too. I don't know, just hold and wait for a big dip. Well, I mean, if you have to say, well, should I hold and wait for a big dip to sell? That's the thing. I can't tell you to sell. I'm not going to do that. That's not for me to decide. Said, you have to ask yourself this question. Have you made enough money to say that you're comfortable with selling right now? If not, yeah, it's up to you. Hold a little bit longer. You have to be willing to sell at some point. Because if you wait for price action to dump a lot in order for you to sell, you're no better than everybody else. You're just the herd mentality at that point. I've told you what I've done. Whether or not you follow, that's your prerogative. I'm not the final decision maker on your portfolio. I got you, Unkind, but I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. I got you later. How do I sleep with open leverage trades? Well, it's because I don't attach my emotions to my trades. I have a robotic system of entry. It's an if this and that statement. I understand that there's only 3 things I can control. When I enter, why I enter, and how much I risk. All right, besides that, there's absolutely nothing I can do. So why not just go to bed? Set an alert that lets me know if I get stopped out. If I get stopped out, I'll, look to see if, I can get back in if there's a legitimate place to do so. But if not, I just go back to bed. I got stopped out and I go back to bed. But once you figure out what you control and what you do not, it makes things a lot easier. Because then you just go with the flow. Sometimes it works, excellent, and you go on these huge winning streaks. And sometimes you get stuck holding some bags. But for the most part, it works out in the long run. All right, I'll go ahead and re-enter this head short if we do happen to get back below this last local high. Let's see, I want to enter at 47.4. Lewis, have a great night, man. I appreciate you. Can you help with proper entries? I take trades at support or resistance levels, but many times it goes the wrong way. I mean, the only advice I can say is what supports? I mean, like right here, for example. All right, we have a support level. You take a long. All right, you get stopped out. You get back above that level. You take a long. All right. Right here, you have a resistance. You put in a higher high. You make a bearish divergence. You take a short. You have a couple different options to take your profit. You can take your profit at this local low, or this local low. It's dependent on what you want to do. All right, or you could hold it even much longer if you think that's a possibility. You have to look at the perspective that you're taking these trades off of, because if it's really not working out, like really not working out, then you have to look at the trends that you're actually playing. Because many of the times when I go on these huge losing streaks, it's usually because I'm being a little bit too facetious, and I'm trying to play these smaller time frames and take, these smaller time frame trades. But I mean, if you just wait for these larger trends to develop, take the good trades, usually they'll pay off. Well, no, I've said many times, I am not using that MACD strategy at the current moment. I'm using just a regular RSI divergence strategy, taking profits at local highs and local lows. It's not that the MACD strategy doesn't work. It's just from a simple standpoint, it's consistent profit, but not the type of profit that I would like to be seeing on my account. Now, unfortunately, we hit a little bit of a unlucky streak with the way that Ethereum popped off here. But, we've already kind of bounced back. Technically, this account is sitting at 7,700 because I took $2,000 out of this account and put it into Meow. Fish. Meow. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, just because I'm kind of out of my spot trades and this bull run's over for me, I'm still gonna be here, and hopefully, you know, uh, I'll be here all the way through the retesting market and through the next bull run. The end of the next bull run is probably when I'm going to kind of take a break from YouTube. I don't know. It all depends on how it works out, but with the money I've made this bull run, if I can DCA in properly throughout this bear market, the next bull run, it will make me enough money where I can go anywhere and get away. I really want to like get a house in that, like where the monks live. I feel like if there ever was like a World War III, I feel like that's the one place that's gonna be untouched. Because who wants to kill monks? Monks are just cool people. I think every single culture on this planet just looks at monks and they're like, yeah, they get a pass. Gosh darn. Ace, you're a little bit ahead of the game, man. Really? When is the next bull run? You gotta be kidding me, right? Do I know anything about Tibet? I'll be honest. I'm a dumb American. So I don't know a whole lot, but I would like to see it. I got some Mexican food today. I got carnitas. It's pretty fire. It was looking like we were gonna get that short entry, but I guess not. Price action just wants to bounce. Oh my gosh, could this be a parabolic curve to 10K? Right here, right now? I plan to tell you guys what I'm going to do in the immediate to short term with this parabolic 5-minute curve to 10K. Who does that remind you of? I wasn't trying to change my accent. I don't even know if the guy I'm referring to has an Australian accent. Or Austrian accent. Okay. Do you think we break the all-time high today? I mean, we're pretty close to. I mean, if we don't get back below 4,084, I mean, we're going to break the all-time high. Now, whether or not that puts an bearish divergence and we come back down, who knows? But I'll put him pop. Wow. That's all I know. I just say put him pop. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna log off for today. It hasn't been that exciting, but like I said, when it comes to this one-off altcoin, right now would be the time to get into it, but I'm not gonna recommend it. Like I said, this is just a coin I invested in to see if the meme culture will carry it to the heavens. And like I said, besides that, I'll be leverage trading these local lows and these local highs when they create divergences. And yeah, that's about it. I'm out of the market. There's a little bit more money to be made. And once the bear market hits, obviously, we'll be making some fat stacks on the way down. Because it's going to be a one-way ticket. Once the bear market starts for real, ain't no coming back. There'll be small bounces in between, but there's going to be some serious compounding of these challenge accounts. And we're going to DCA back in, and we're going to do it all over again. Okay, why did you take that long at 3,756? Well, I did short this bearish divergence. All right, but I took my profit at this local low. And then I longed that local low, and I got stopped out, so I longed this local low right here. I did not long that one, actually. Actually, I think I did, but I cashed out a little bit earlier, so I didn't lose that much. So I longed this one. I longed this one, but didn't go to my full stop loss. And I longed this one, got stopped out, but once it came back above that, I longed that. So I did short this bearish divergence, but the way the market's been acting, I don't want to be the boring old granddad that doesn't go with the flow. The market's been going up, so at the moment, I've just been long in local lows, making a little bit here and there. And then, like I said, if we do see a bearish divergence off of a nice trend like this, because you can see this uptrend, this entire uptrend's been broken. All right, you have boom, and then it curves. I mean, you could say we're technically still in the uptrend, but come on, these things do separate. So you can see how we came off of, we've been holding this trend line for a very long time, just consistently, and then we went parabolic, and that kind of bent the trend line. So now we've broken this uptrend that went parabolic at the end of it. And now we're coming back down. We're retesting it. So if we do happen to get a higher high than 4,207, and we get back below that with a bearish divergence on the macro timeframes, I'll short it. Simple as that. But I'll also remain in a long, but I will take that short just in case that is what topples us back over and we come back down to test some lower numbers. But yeah, I have to see it first. That's all. I can't just short out nowhere. Like I said, if we do happen to come back down below here and put in a higher high with a lower high on RSI, on this, we might not get a higher high over here. I'll go ahead and take that short position while keeping my long open. The market is not in the state of you can say it's going to one direction or the other. I'm unconfident on either at the moment just because of the way the market's acting, so I'll play both sides and come out on top either way. That's about it. Is there a reason why you can't see you because you're sneaking a vape? I still have a vape on my desk, but it's out of nicotine. I still hit it out of habit, but there's no vape that comes out of it. But no, I didn't take a shower today. I'm in my hoodie, and I don't have my lights on or my green screen active. So I was lazy today, and I'm going through nicotine withdrawal, so I just don't want to put my camera on. All right, guys, I'm logging off. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll keep you guys updated in the Telegram, whatever move I make. Like I said, when it comes to Meow Coin, I'm not selling it. I bought in down to this region. Right now, there's no really good reason for me to sell. It's a new coin. They're working out kinks. It's a shit coin, so I don't expect much from it. But, like I said, we can definitely see some nice gains on it if the market hits it hard. And then I told you guys I'll be looking for a higher high, lower high on RSI because of this trend break right here. BTC, it's still in a bearish state, but expect the unexpected. Like I said, unless we can break this 53K to 52K level, there is still a bullish option for BTC. So I'm not denying that it can't see some upside. So that's why I'm in a long on BTC as well. Why do people care so much about face cam? Because they love my face. No, I mean, a face cam does bring in more views and stuff to the channel, but you guys know I don't care about that. I'm just here to, talk to you guys, the people that care. You need a second hoodie. I do have a second hoodie, but I got dirty because I went outside with it yesterday and I got like these weird seeds all over it. I gotta wash it. CE, thank you, man. Good night. You have a good time. Thanks, Austin. You're a hero. I don't know if I'm a hero, but thank you, man. I appreciate it. I try my best. Guys stopped out several times showing those bearish divergences. Me too, man. Sucks to suck. I was expecting 3,500, but I did not think it was going to be like that. So it's very, very unfortunate. Mrs. G, thank you for showing up. Glad to see you. Ricky, you have a good one as well, man. Spin kick. Thank you, Austin. Feel better soon. I'm trying, man. It's been like 2 weeks of just... It was the food poisoning, and then I decided to quit nicotine. It's been... Why do I do this to myself? I'm trying my best. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, buddy. Joining the Patreon today. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Boss, good luck to y'all. Thank you, man. Good luck to you. You're right. Some of the best things are difficult. I appreciate that. Coochie to the moon. You know it. Gucci to the moon. Nicotine withdrawal is like heroin withdrawal? Gosh, I did not know that. That makes me feel better, I think. Because if I can get through this, it's the equivalent of like a drug that I consider to be the hardest drug on the planet. In terms of like chemical hook. See you on the short side. See you on the short side. Bullish. BTC not bullish. Alright guys. Let's go ahead and pick a song for today's outro. The song that I played at the beginning of the stream, if anybody wanted that. Yeah, you know, obviously a lot of people don't like songs like that. But that was Honest by Kon. K.A.A.N. Knowledge above all nonsense is what it stands for. I'm going to play another song by his called The Good Book. And that's going to be our outro song for today. It's only like 3 minutes long, but all right, guys. I appreciate you. I'm trying my best to get better as soon as possible. I know at the end of this, it's going to be worth it, but at the moment, it just sucks. I'm hating life right now, even though we've done so well in this bull run, but I appreciate you. I'll see you guys soon. And we'll do it. I'll try my best. I'll put all my energy into this. All right, you ready? Goodbye.
We should shine a light on, a light on. And a book I write on, it was right on. We should shine a light on, a light on. And a book I write on, it was right on.
Now you know we back, apologies due for the intermission. I've been laying low and laying back, using my intuition. I've been feeling a sense of pressure, procrastination's a killer. Working till my last breath on the same wavelength as Miller. No one ever trying to give you something timeless, not the fillers. Ain't no faking, no facade, and just working hard till they feel us. Who the realest? I'm stuck in the underground with the villains. Still have yet to reach my ceiling. I'm pushing dope like I'm coke. Don't listen to people cause they know nada. I'm trying to turn this dream that I got into $1 million. I'm trying to stack my bread to this old, that mold Shibata. My mind work like a computer, my process is robotic. My flows are colonic, the shit there ain't no way you can stop it. Real niggas never die, we multiply, it's like the chaotic. Now they could jail a revolutionary, not the revolution. An equal exchange of energies, that's the only solution. Said it's prudent, we're still moving. Internalizing all the pain, I found a way to use it. Ingrained inside the nigga brain with all the convolutions. And if you think they got the answer to our problems, then you live in a state of delusion. Through negative aspects, the way that we live in is complex. Still unaware of the vision, a nigga been giving inside of that content. I'm writing these rhymes and giving these lines, I hope they still connect. Still obsessed, still the same as I was when I started.